if you're able to share, Javi, have you personally ever experienced what you shared about because of having an accent, because of being Latino? Or is it that you've seen more of that with colleagues and friends or family members?
Yeah, I've seen it many times, many times. As soon as I speak, they people act differently, and not only with me, like even with other people that are Latinos and that they look different, like they have darker skin or whatever. People really act different, like people do, and that needs to end like right now. And that's so integrated into society that most people don't even realize, but it is there. As soon as you see a person that has an accent, that maybe has darker skin, like a lot of people treat them differently, and that's just not fair. Like that needs to stop. And I see a lot of people that they're like, yeah, no, you're right or whatever, but they don't take action. And everybody is just as guilty for not taking action as the person, in my opinion, this is only my opinion, as the people that are just keeping quiet or saying something, something bad towards it. I don't know. Yeah, I've heard it so many times that I need to get rid of my accent and all of that. It's just very frustrating, especially, when many people in this country have an accent and they work so hard for their families. And I don't know, it's just sad. It makes me really sad.
Do you believe, Javi, that you've lost opportunities um, and connections because of being Latino, because of having an accent, because of not being the type of person somebody wants you to be and wants you to sound like?
Oh, 100%. I've missed so many opportunities for having an accent. I've been working with my accent coach every time I get an audition for so long, and I, I don't know. I hear it all the time. If you like, it would be great if you don't have an accent. And every single time I think, but this is who I am. This is who I am, and this is how I express myself. And my friends love me for this. Not for something else. And I've heard it many times, and I've lost a lot of opportunities for that. Also, many agents that I've worked in the past, they've told me like, "Oh, you look way too, you look way too pretty. Like it would be great if you look like rougher." I'm like, but this is again who I am. Like why don't you try to accept who I am and try to get a job from that? Instead of making me different so I look like everybody else, and then maybe I'll get a job. I just don't understand that perspective, and I don't share it, and I don't agree with it. But I've definitely lost a lot of opportunities for that.
Do you believe, all honesty, that you will ever meet to the goals and expectations of what people want for you by sounding the way that I sound? I have I would say I sound East Coast, but there's a difference to where, someone's sounding, you're from another country. Is your goal to get rid of sounding Latino, or do you just not care and you're just going to continue to do the best that you can do? You're going to work with the people that best respect and understand you and on projects that meet to the goals and expectations, and not spend the rest of your life worrying about, a voice coach to get you sounding the way other people want you to sound?
Yeah, I think there's, and I really hope there's gonna be a moment in the industry that they're gonna realize that there's so many different cultures, and that, you know, like like um, you know, Latinos don't need to play the bad role. They can play the lead role that is I think there's so many walls that we need to break, and I am hoping, and I have faith that it will happen. That the producers and the people in control are gonna wake up and say, "Here, this is not the reality." Like, we don't need to cast, different race and different types of characters. Everybody can be everything, because that is the reality. There's good people and bad people in every single culture, every single country, etc. And that's a wall that the people in the industry need to break. And I really hope, and I think it will happen. I don't know when. I think some steps are being taken. I do think that it should be faster too. But I really, really hope there's going to be a moment where we're going to see, beautiful TV shows with, many different cultures, and really, really respecting the cultures and how they are.